the Loose Lumiere channel. I stay wanting to say Loose Lumiere all the damn time. Welcome to this week's weekly guidance. What is our guidance for this week? For the highest good of all, for those watching. What's our guidance for this week? Okay. Alright, so we have, have courage, ask for and accept help in reverse. Wow. Obstacles and blocks are lifted in reverse. And declutter in the upright. It seems to me that this week the onus is for us to, before we can even begin to make plans, before we can even begin to do much of anything else, we may need to literally clean up, literally declutter. It might be helpful for us to clear our actual physical space, to clear our mental space, and find ourselves, rather than being operating at a high intense mode of operating, or being at a low mode of deep depressed operating. And by that depressed I mean down, depressed. But finding a way to center, finding a way to neutral, finding a way to norm. I'm thinking of norm as in the normal curve. If you're a science person or a statistics person, finding your way to neutral, pretty much. It's almost like the first thing that we need to do this week as we move through what we need to move through, do what we need to do, and make the decisions we need to make, or just live a better world. Life is to breathe, catch ourselves, clear up our thoughts before we have to start working on our blocks and our obstacles, before we start asking people for help. Maybe figure out what help you're actually asking for. What is the help you actually need? It may not be what you think you need, because you haven't really given thought to what your actual problem is, or what your actual situation is. What is the help that you need? Because before you ask for the help that you need, it'd be nice to know what that help is, or at least to do some of the work yourself. We can't always rely on other people, because what's ours is ours, it's not theirs. And I say that with utmost love, but really what's ours is ours, and we need to handle that ourselves sometimes. And then after clearing up as much as we can, we then ask someone for help. We then go to professionals, or we then go to people who may be well versed, or friends, whatever, for added help. This will ring true, especially if you're someone who's cried wolf many times. I need help with my this. I need help with that. I just need help with da 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 da. And you've sort of maybe used up certain resources. You've squeezed out all the juice from them. And you'll know you may be this person if you've had these situations where you do keep crying wolf, and you keep reaching out to certain people. You keep going to certain resources. And it's the more you do that, the more it just lessens, not their willingness to help you, but their willingness to believe that you're in a position to be helped. So it may be useful for you to declutter before you start declaring to people that I'm ready for this. Okay, you could be ready, but what have you done on your end? If you want someone to go into business with you, you can't just say, yeah, let's do it. What are we going to do? I don't know, but let's figure it out, or you'll figure, no, come up with something, especially if you're meeting anybody that may have a little bit more than you, or someone who you look at as an expert, or someone who you really depend on, or a new person or a new something, if that's something that's going on for you this week, be prepared, ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself, put yourself in those scenarios. If you're going for an interview, the best thing you can do for yourself is clear your thoughts. Go over interview questions, review your answers, study the company, see what it's about, and really dig deep into some things that aren't basic about the company or even about the person. Oh, I've seen this. It shows gumption when you come correct and come prepared. I'm seeing that this is a week for that clearing up in order for you to be able to get the resources you need and have the obstacles, blocks, and challenges lifted. I feel like that's going to come after, and so I'm going to say maybe that comes in days after you've thought through some things. If you ask someone for help and they haven't been responding, think about it before you go to them. If you've had an instance where you do need help and people are being unresponsive, perhaps declutter the type of people you're asking. Perhaps look at your plan and say, okay, what do I really need help with? Who can actually help? Why this person? Could it have been someone else? Something like that. Let me try and get another story out of this. And you have to do it. There's something that you're gonna do alone this week. Like, there's something that you're just gonna do alone this week. Like, it's not a group activity, it's a you activity. Like, no one can help you with this. So that to me is something inner. That to me is mindset. That to me is perception. That to me is like inside yourself. And that can be difficult. That can be really difficult. Yeah, oh my god, the cheese stands alone. I asked for more guidance and the Nine of Wands comes out. I mean, this is probably one of the most alone cards. 9 is also the Hermit's number, I believe. 9 of Pentacles is that woman standing alone. 9 of Wands is this man. 9 of Cups is a person's wish fulfilled. 9 of Swords is a person freaking out about some stuff that apparently doesn't exist. So 9 of Wands is you, the cheese stands alone. This is someone who's been through some things, but they're still taking a stand, taking a last stand, some might say. But to me, it just really reiterates the fact that you have to do it. It has to be you. These other 8 wands could have been comrades, or it could have been help that this person had received, or motivations that this person had received. But they're holding one stick and they have to do their part. They have to carry their cross. So I don't know what's going on for you this week, but it's advisable and it's in your highest good to move through what you need to move through on, I don't want to say, yeah, by yourself. Like, this isn't about you isolating. This is about you being present to you and yourself. And doing that in your own presence, not in someone else's presence. This is about you not going straight to your phone, to your text, to your socials, to the TV, to the whatever, but you writing down, or you researching, or you doing the work basically on you, not like if you write blogs or something about what you're going through, daily life stuff. This is about you saying, I'm just going to take some time to, think about some things, and then actually taking that time and not posting every day saying, today I thought about, and this is what I'm thinking. Like, no, like, keep your thoughts to yourself for a bit and see, I don't know, it just feels very you. But there's like a lot of energy behind that. Like, I don't want anybody to think this is not isolation. This is not isolation. The 9 of Wands came out, not, and look at this, the 8 of Wands in reverse. That's hilarious because there's 8 Wands here too. That is so funny. And then on the other side of the deck is the 6 of Wands. Like, that's the thing. Like, This is not isolation. Does not feel like isolation. It just feels like you being there for you. Um, to deal with what you need to deal with. Do you gotta do your hair? Do your hair. Do you need to clean up your nails? Clean your nails up. Do you need to clean up your space? Clean your space up. Do you need to declutter your inbox, your mail, your I don't know what you're doing, but decluttering is a theme for you this week, and it's something that you gotta do, not someone else. Now, why I'm really glad the Six of Wands comes up because of the other thing I was gonna say. Again, it's not about isolating because what I'm seeing here is the Nine of Wands. Wands are about fire, action, passion, motivation. I'm thinking to me, they're about doing energy, fire energy, yang energy, and with these in reverse, I don't really see this as a bad thing. I don't see this as a, oh no, your obstacles will never get lifted and you'll never be able to ask for help. You're alone, buddy. Like I don't get that. What I'm getting is once you do this, then these will be able to be like cha-ching activated. There are people available to help you. Just ask, reach out. Your obstacles and blocks and challenges have been lifted. You figured it out. Awesome. Because you did this. So because he's fighting, because he stood alone, or because he, not even that he stood alone, but because he's the one that survived. It always had to be him to survive. It always had to be him to make the journey. Super anime vibes here. But it always had to be him to do the thing, not anybody else. And that's how he's the last man standing, because it was always him. And I like that the Six of Wands comes out because, yeah, victory. Like, there is going to be victory and things working out, whatever that means. Once you sort of figure yourself out, do you have assignments that you need to get done? Get that shit done. Do you have flying pieces of, I don't know, music sheets or a dance that you need to finish choreographing, pieces of art that you need to finish, decluttering of your dishes or throwing out your panties. Like, I don't know your life, but what are some of those unfinished things? Can you get rid of them? Can you get them off the list? Can you get through them? Because there's something in that for you. There's something in that for you. A sense of lightness, and pride for sure, but also something tangible, which is wonderful. I love that the Eight of Wands shows up because I was already picking that up with this. But that's another thing where like Eight of Wands is like messages. It's a bunch of fire again and like go, 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 movement, momentum. But this is like stillness. But there's potential in this. There's stillness, but it's still something is happening here with the Nine of Wands. So by golly, by gosh, that is the most perfect card that could have come out for this. Even maybe Nine of Pentacles, but Knight of Wands is literally the shit here. Like this is it. So I hope this served you. I wonder what this is. Let me see if I can pull anything else out. I mean, Knight of Wands kind of puts the exclamation point on top and says knowledge. Yeah, I think things are turning, not turning around, but things are gonna look up. It's just like take some time to declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. And I'm pretty sure the book goes into even more of an essay of what to declutter, but that's like open your mind to what decluttering could be. Do you need to brain dump? Do you need to write all your worries on a piece of paper? Do you need to write all your dreams on a piece of paper? That's a form of decluttering. Write them things down and get them out of your head. Do you need to declutter your emotions to spirit and yell at spirit and have a fight with spirit and say all the things that you need to say to spirit and get them off your chest, declutter your chest and emotional space. That type of thing. So I don't know what your deal is. I don't know how this week is going to go for you, but I feel like your highest guidance is to push some things out and to push some things into the places that they need to be. And that's going to be very fruitful for you in the coming days. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on, honey, and good luck.